I mean, we've got a couple of fun topics to talk about. First, we can start away from the Minnesota Wild before we narrow our focus here. Nicholas Cousins, let's start there.
Yeah, your favorite player in the NHL, no doubt. Man, he finally got served his lunch and was not a player that I expected it to come from. Although I am not like shocked once I'm told. Like Anthony Mantha's a big fucking dude, and you could tell it was one of those things where he's just like, nope, I've had enough.
Mm-hmm.
And the amount of fruit baskets that guy received has to be just ungodly.
Listen. Yeah. Anthony Mantha is one. I'll be honest. He's honestly one of the more disappointing players in the NHL because he's, in terms of just like raw talent, and then you combine like everything he does well with the fact that he's like, what, 6'2", 6'3". He might even be 6'4". I don't really know. And he's like 200 plus with those ridiculous set of hands. He's got a phenomenal shot, like the playmaking sick. He is such a disappointing player. Like I actually thought when the Capitals acquired him, I was like, fuck my life. Like, of course the goddamn Caps got him because he has this element to his game where like, if he gets angry, he does not oppose fighting. He likes to do it. He's a bit of a rat at times, which makes him even more fun. So I hate him because he's on the Capitals and because he like always will find the smallest Boston Bruin and like try to fight them. He always had like Chara and other guys like that to like have to deal with first. So that was always nice for me because he'd not do it. But he's always driven me nuts. But over the past few hours, he is my favorite player in the league now. Because this league needs more guys to not give Nick Cousins the option. He doesn't get the choice. He's lost the opportunity. He's lost that right. He's lost his.
You're taking away his right to choose.
Yeah, he's the only human being on Earth. I would like to clarify does not have the right. Let me just really hone in on that. Fuck Nick Cousins. I like to watch him get beat up. I think it should happen more often. He's a certified loser. Everyone in the league hates him. I'm pretty sure half his team also hates him. He just happens to play for the Panthers, who I guess maybe they do love that shit. But at least everyone else that's a rat on the Panthers is like either nasty or like they're a rat somewhat at the right time, if you can say that. Nick Cousins is just kind of just like a piece of shit. So fuck that guy. And shout out Anthony Mantha, my new favorite player of all time, for finally just like beating his ass. And it was just unbelievably embarrassing. Was it the same game? Was that the game? Yeah, it was. What he just like was on the ground, like and immediately sprung to action and actually jumped up to go for like a diving headlock from behind on whoever the fuck that was. Mm-hmm. Fuck. So shout out Anthony, he's my favorite player in the league, and I think he should be making $15 million a year.
I don't know, dude. There's definitely a conspiracy theory out there. Pete Blackburn's co-host on one of his many outlets he has, I guess, said, I don't know why we're assuming that he was playing dead. Like, why can't it be that he's like Jesus and he just like rose from the dead to come and vanquish the horrible people of the opposing team? I don't know.
Good point.
It's just pretty quick to judge. Like, did people look at Jesus and say, oh, look at him, he flopped, he's faking it?
Yeah, possum. That's a good point. I didn't take that into consideration. I take it all back, you know. Fucking
Jesus had way more like conviction with it. Like, he waited 3 fucking days. Whereas Nick Cousins, it was like a solid 10 seconds. He's like, nah, I can't wait anymore. I got to be a rat bitch again.
Yeah. Because I mean, if you're not, judging him, then it's pretty heroic. I mean, it's a tale of resilience, really. Good for him, No, fuck that Cousins. I hate that guy so much. It's insane.
Yeah.
He's a loser. He'll always be a loser. He has no hope. And fuck him. So shout out Anthony Mantha for just not giving him the choice. What really would have sucked, though, is if the bad part, when there's a player like Nick Cousins really sucks is when they finally actually drop their gloves and then they end up like winning the fight. You're like, God damn it. So fortunately that didn't happen.
Yeah,
because that would have sucked so bad. I would have just been like, all right, well, I can't even do anything anymore. You like beat up Anthony, that sucks. But he didn't, lost. So good for him. He should have just kept teeing off after. Like he should have been getting punched over the refs, everything. So whatever. Fuck Nick Cousins.
Yeah, that's fair. God, that sounded way too close to you just being from like Alabama or Mississippi there for a second.
Yeah, my bad.
How bummed are you going to be when Anthony Mantha inevitably becomes a Vegas Golden Knight at the trade deadline?
Yeah, that's gonna suck. He's good, and like that's the ideal. But like, I don't know. He is so fucking nasty, and ever since he got to Washington, it just hasn't. Like he just hasn't. Those are the players that drive you nuts. Like he's a big dude. He's got ridiculous hands. He can score. Like he can literally, when he wants to, be one of like the best power forwards with insane skill in the league, and he just doesn't do it. I don't know if his give a fuck meter is just like so low, but it's just crazy because when there were a couple of years in Detroit where he was like, if that team didn't suck, like he would have been looked at as one of the better players in the league. But I think the talent's obviously still there, and it's going to suck if he goes to Vegas and then figures out like, oh, actually, you know what? I kind of do like, putting up 40 goals and scoring 50, like putting up 50 assists. Kind of like being like an 80, 90 point guy. This is fun. I think he's got a contract coming up too, so he might be, he might want to bank some or throw some money in the bank. So he might decide to turn it on. That would suck in Vegas, but whatever. At least my boy Butch Cassidy's there. He will drive Bruce Cassidy fucking insane. He will fucking piss him off so bad. So who knows? But whatever. For now, I'm just gonna appreciate him beating up Nick Cousins because I think it should happen more often. So good for him.
As you should. Yeah. And real quick, I feel like you'll really enjoy this one. We got a beer here from awesome people at Barrel Theory called It's Morphin Time.
Oh, fuck yeah.
That's right. It's Morphin Time, a hazy double IPA. It is incredible. It is delicious. And got the stuff they threw out on their social. It's like literally just a bunch of like Power Rangers action figures, like trying to climb the can. It's just beautiful stuff from Timmy and the good folks at Barrel Theory. Do got to give them a shout out too. Anyone that hasn't figured it out already, like wake up. They are the best beer option, period, at XL Energy Center. It is not particularly close. They have the Crowler of the Day, which literally every game I go to, first thing I do is go and grab one of those before they sell out, and then I get a nice picture of it for all of you to hopefully educate. But they also have Raindrops, which is like a flagship IPA of theirs, but they have that on tap right around section 112. It's at one of the burger stands. I don't know. But if you're drinking anything else, unless you're just like trying to coast very light and you need a light beer, totally understand. Otherwise, Barrel Theory is the only correct answer.
There you go.
And see, are you just crushing Nooners again, or what's the vibe?
Yeah, I've been on a Nooner kick lately. It's just been, I don't know.
I like them down. That's my backup beverage over here. So, what flavor?
Yeah. The one that this one is a pineapple. The pack, it's the game. God damn it! Hold on. I have them at my feet in case you're wondering.
Nice.
Oh no, it's just the variety. I thought this was the game day pack. It's not. It's the variety 12. We got your old watermelon, black cherry, grapefruit, pineapple, but they're all good though. Yeah. They're all good.
That's I got the Costco pack, so it's like 18 of them, but only 3 different flavors. But I got the best one here, the peach.
Yeah, the mix and match. That's all right. This isn't on the outline. I feel like we have to bring this up briefly. I love the kid. I knew the second he played in the NHL, he would do this. The first game, Matt Rempe should probably pick his spots. He is just fighting. Like he has just decided, you know what? I'm going to fight every single time that I step on the ice, and I will he's the guy that's going into the bar. Like you're going out with your buddy and he's like, I'm fighting tonight. And you're like, why are you saying that already? Why don't we just go have fun? Like, what do you want to go out to get in a fight? He's like, yeah, I know I am. I will go find the toughest guy in the bar too, and I will fight them. Like, oh, okay, that's crazy.
Dude,
the Delorier fight was one of the best fights we've seen in a very long time. He also landed some fucking bombs on Delorier, but holy sweet baby Jesus, did Mathieu Olivier. Oh, and Olivier is about that life too. You should see some of his fucking AHL fights. Good Lord. He was put on this earth to just like eat bombs, but also just deal out some of the most insane punches I've ever seen. Well, I tweet out the slow-mo video of that fight. He hit Rempe with like, I think about 7 punches that would have killed me. Like if I got hit with one of, I'd be dead immediately. I would probably disintegrate. I think he hit him with about 7 of those in a, I don't know, 5-second span. And Rempe's face right now, after eating all these punches, dude, I am worried. I love the kid, but
it's bad.
Just I would say you don't have to do it every time you step on the ice, because we're at the point he has played 9 for about 18 and a half minutes. Oh no, about 19 minutes, and he's got 32 penalty minutes. Probably should have got suspended too for that hit on Bastion.
Well, and
Bastion had a rough night that night, by the way.
His face, though, like straight up, Step Brothers, when he says, "I need you to change your face, or I'm going to change it for you." That's what happens when it gets changed for you. Like,
yeah, exactly.
It's,
and people don't even know too. I tweeted out another video before he got called up. He fucking, who was it on? He got fucking tuned up in the AHL too, against Providence. I can't remember who it was on Providence, but like this kid's is just eating. I mean, like bombs. And I again love the kid. Shout out Matt Rempe for just like everyone's the second he steps on the ice, everyone's like, oh god, here he goes. Who's gonna go with? But this is like the time like, all right, like I want to, like I think we enjoy fighting in the NHL. You don't have to do it first shift he has one game where he doesn't give a fuck.
But that's what's wild to me, man. Like there's people out there that are actually like, yeah, this isn't safe. Like you can't be doing this to a kid. It's like he's not volunteering this shit. Like I'm all like, don't get me wrong, I like fights in hockey. I think it has a place. I think it should definitely be something that's either consensual or because you did something that deserves it.
Nice.
You know? But if you're out there and you want it out of the game because of CTE and like whatever, I'm not going to fight you on it. That's like, cool. That's your opinion. To defend this guy who's going out and like literally begging for any fight he can get, I'm sorry, I don't have a whole lot of sympathy for the guy getting his face caved in. I don't. None. So pick a better battle on that one, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I have sympathy as far as like, man, I bet that hurts. Like that's gotta suck. But like he's also, I was very curious because Olivier is that guy too. That's like, oh, you think you're fucking tough? Like you fight me, find out if you are tough. Let's find out. They showed them in the warm-ups and it's fucking Rempe going up like, hey, we're gonna go or what? And Olivier just goes, fuck you if you want it. Which if I'm Rempe, like, oh fuck, okay, so this isn't gonna be like he fights me and it's like, hey, good fight, bud, after. Because I mean the last punch he landed fucking flattened Rempe, and he just you know sometimes he'll like catch the guy and like hang on. He fucking dropped him and then was just like mic drop, except it was a 6'7" human being. It's like, totally. Oh shit.
But see, I wonder if that's his first fight, do you think it goes the same way? Or do you think Olivier's like, oh, you think you're tough, huh? Let's fucking go.
Well, no. So here's the thing with Olivier. I think if that's Rempe's first fight, I don't think Olivier gives a fuck. He's like, all right, let's find out. So
Right.
I think it goes the same way. Like,
Well,
no matter what, it's like,
you don't feel like this is his chance to be like, oh, you're running around and being a little rat shit, huh? Okay, let's have fun. Like, you don't think there's any element to that?
No,
just
specifically because Olivier was literally just doing his thing in warm-ups, and Rempe went up to him like while they were stretching. But it was, dude, the video, because Olivier is that guy. If you want to go him and you're a rookie, he's like insulted. He's like, oh yeah, I will. But what you think you can? Like, that's fucking nuts. All right,
I need you to count to 10 first. Count to 10 and then tell me if you still want to do this.
Yeah. Oh, are they playing again tonight? After think about it, have they gone?
I don't know.
I forgot about that.
Gonna go on a limb and say no. I think lesson might have been learned.
Yeah, seriously. And actually, and this is somewhat related to Minnesota. Curtis Gabriel, if you remember him, that the COVID year when he was playing was San Jose, and he literally went after every single like heavyweight that they were playing in their division that year.
Yeah.
I think he got tuned up about 5 of the 8 times. Like, it was like a thing, whatever.
Sure.
He went the next year. He went with Olivier. That's the bloodiest fight I've ever. Olivier beat the ever living dog shit out of him, and like, oh, that was ugly. So I just, in case people want to know about Matthew Olivier, he's not opposed. He's a big fan. Him and Delorier went this year, and after they were both like, "Fuck yeah, buddy, good for you, that was awesome." And I was like, they're both kind of fucked up, aren't they?
Yeah, no shit. I gotta say though, the best fight tour ever, not because of like blood or quality of fight,
Cosgrove,
but they're that
was when he was and Vince Dunn.
This is a podcast, Z. Was it Gabriel who followed a guy and fought him on the way to the locker room in an AHL game?
I would say Gabriel didn't do much of the fighting. It was Vince Dunn. They were which is very funny because the camera did follow them as they were both skating on the tunnel, and Gabriel like walked over. There's like one thing separating them, and Gabriel went over like still talking shit. Vince Dunn just went over and fucking hit him in the face so hard. The commentator's like, "Oh, they're fighting in the tunnel! Oh my god!" Yeah, so Gabriel did get punched directly in the face as they're both getting kicked out of the game. Police are then like running into the tunnel. It's a wild video. You should check it out.
I'll have to. But anyways, the fight tour that I'll always be obsessed with was Minnesota State alum David Backus. 3 games in 4 nights, beats the wheels off of 3 different guys that had just been named to Team Canada, as he was also a member of Team USA. He beat the shit out of, let's see, I know it was Nash, Taves, and who was Corey Perry, which was the only one that was kind of a fight. Yeah, it was brilliant. I was obsessed.
Was it? I think he went on when it was still 31 Thoughts. That he went on their podcast, and I think it was Merrick was like, "Was that intentional?" He goes, "Yes, it absolutely was. Fuck them." It was just like, "Yep, I was fighting all of them." Because they all got... And I was like, "Oh shit, he just said it." He's a beauty. Oh god damn it. All right, we can move on though. That was an unexpected detour, but shocking. Can't believe a detour happened.